long as there is life in my lungs. It might be the darkest of nights, but the light will still come. Waiting for the day to break, this'll be the takeaway. Negativity, it can't stay by the break of day. Seeing shadowy shapes, those are small shades. The battle to be great, that's a small phase. Improve, self-development, intelligent, and always whatever y'all say, yeah, rel ain't with. Yes, I've done things I'm not proud of, but hard to keep it clean, learning foul love. Growing pains, the challenge for the child of the neglected and discarded and rejected, like it was ancient Sparta, not a king has wild blood. And to me, you see, I'm the one that vows love, and using self-reflection until honor is projected with perfection and prepping to raise a child of.
Welcome to Tribe and Grit Radio, where we feel your spirit, strengthen your resolve, and empower your journey towards success. I'm your host, Mr. Hollandness, here to share stories, strategies, and insights, and to help you tap into your inner well-being. Yeah. Joining me is my brother, Ulysses Valor from the UV Light Foundation, who brings a unique perspective, boundless energy, and a passion for helping others.
Yeah. Happy Monday, yeah.
So with that being said, let's rise together and shine so bright and keep Tribe and Grit Radio your Monday night delight.
Your Monday night delight.
Let's get gritty.
Let's go. Let's get gritty.
Let's get gritty.
Let's do this.
Now, who do we have here? Shall I or shall you?
Well, who we have here is
Who do we have here?
a special guest here, but you know what?
Special guest.
Instead of me introducing him,
Okay.
do me a favor. You do it.
Okay.
Because
I got
you have more of a history with him, so I'd rather you do it.
All right, well, this is my good friend and sponsor, Jorge. Jorge, let them know where you're from, how we met, what you do,
Absolutely.
and let's make this happen. This is my man, Jorge.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that very much. Well, my name is Jorge. I work with Riverside, San Bernardino County Indian Health
Let's go.
as a community prevention educator, or as in the medical field acronym CHW.
Okay.
So we do a lot of community outreach with folks, mostly with the Native American community, targeting the Native American community, but also working with all other communities. I'm in the LGBTQ plus grant,
Okay.
where I also do events and attend Two-Spirited conferences
Okay.
and things of that nature. But my forte is in mental health,
Okay.
mental health
Okay.
awareness, and trying to create wellness and provide a safe space for folks to talk and speak their mind without being judged. So that's a
Nice.
little bit of what I do.
Nice.
Okay. Sounds
Nice.
amazing.
Well, let me give him a small backstory on how we met. Actually, ran into my guy here doing a lot of popping up, right? So when I went full throttle with the UV light, I wanted to find as many different groups of people that were on the same mission that I was concerning the mental health arena and the suicide prevention. And I ran into Jorge when the San Bernardino Department of Behavioral Health was having their commission meeting, and it was the first time I had ever been at one, and it was the first time he had ever been at one, and we ended up sitting right next to each other, like in the very front row. Hit it off, exchange connections and all of that, and then I seen him again, like in May, when the San Bernardino Department of Behavioral Health, again, they were having an event at the museum. Shout out to the San Bernardino Department of Behavioral Health. They're definitely making things happen in the community. Ran into him again, ended up giving him a load of journals that I had for the young boys and men concerning the mental health awareness and suicide prevention. He took it to his superiors down there at Indian Health, Inc. They were ecstatic to see that these things were taking place in the community. They ended up putting together the very first grant and bought the first bundle of the M4 journals for the M4 workshop that we put together. So him and I, we do go back in this journey concerning sowing these seeds of light and seeing how much we can impact the community in a positive way. Tyrone, take it away.
Hey, that was well said. Hey, glad to have you here, Jorge.
Let's get it.
Thank you, brother.
Glad to have you here. So let's get gritty. So we're going to go over some of the same things we always go over, but we're also going to talk to Jorge throughout the show and get into more of what he does, what he can offer, or what his program offers and all that good stuff. So we gonna get into it. We gonna get gritty.
Yeah. And let them know you in here, money. Happy Monday.
Hey, happy Monday. How's everyone doing?
Let's get it. Let's get
We're
it.
doing good.
Palm trees in progress, baby. Salute. All day.
Thank you.
So what we got first, Tyrone?
I always like to get the N11 codes out.
The
out way.
N11s. Hey,
Hey,
Jorge,
before I
are
ask-
you aware of the N11s?
N11.
He gonna break it down.
Okay.
You ever heard of N11 codes?
Oh, I'm about to find out right now.
Yes, you
So I'm gonna take that as a no. So N11 codes are special 3-digit numbers in North America designed to provide a quick access service for individuals. That's all an N11 code is. And you have about, I want to say you have about 7 or 8 of them, but one of them is 211. And so 211 is for community information and referrals, for things of that nature. So if you need like housing assistance, food banks, child care options, you dial 211 and it's supposed to take you directly there.
Okay, nice. 211.
We also have 311,
Okay,
non-emergency. It's a non-emergency number.
it's a non-emergency number. Come
Now,
on, bro.
since
We
you're
get
the
it.
first one here, I'm gonna ask you a
Can't believe
question.
which one it could be.
Let me ask you a question, Jorge. I just got a quick question. If you was outside, you just outside minding business, and you see a pig running down the street.
Pig.
A pig, no, for real, a pig.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
you see a horse, a pig, but this time you see a pig.
Okay.
Who you calling? Okay.
not 911.
Look, see,
Okay. So
it'd be 311, bro. That's what we learned.
So,
today.
311.
so non-emergency stuff. That's
what we
you
learned.
dial 311. Now I'm not gonna say who called the other number. He, you know that I ain't gonna say the person's name. If you just look to your right, you know.
Oh, you don't gotta say the name. Just yeah, bro. I
but-
seen the pig running down the street. I didn't know what to do. I was like calling 911, like, hey, yo, we got pigs running down the street. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. I'm not sure if a farm truck tipped over somewhere and there's just animals running loose. I don't know if it's Madagascar or something was happening, but we got pigs everywhere.
So if you got a pig running down the street, you call 311.
Non-emergency.
You got a cat. You got the cat in the tree.
Right,
Call
311.
311. You,
Okay.
if you want to talk about trash collection on your street, you can call 311.
Yeah, that's a good one. What about
Excellent.
like a giant beehive or like wasp nest?
You
That's
know
like
what?
that's like somewhat of an emergency.
No, that's not.
It's not. So still
no.
311. All right.
No.
311.
No, we gonna stick with
Okay,
311.
311 it
Okay.
is. Look, he was over there like, oh, you know what? Yeah, giant beehive might be an emergency. You can
Unless
see
we
his
got a
face.
dinosaur
He was
up in
like,
here, then maybe
No,
911.
no, you're not calling 911. You see a dinosaur, everybody leaving.
right. Right. There is no calling 911. I'm out
We all out of here.
Okay, so 311 non-emergency.
So after 311, you got 411. That's basic directory assistance, where you know if you want that local McDonald's on that corner, you can call them and they'll tell you the number, stuff like that.
Okay.
After 411, you got 511, traffic conditions. So if you and your family are traveling to Texas, Vegas, anywhere in the
Mississippi?
exactly, and you
what's
want to know the road conditions because they're closed, you can call 511 and you can find out all about the road conditions.
Will they give you detours and all of that as well?
You know what? I'm gonna do this. I want you to remind me.
Okay, you gonna call them, huh?
Yes, because it's free information.
Right.
So why let's not? You know what? Let's
figure
try
out.
it.
Let's see what happens.
So I'll call them sometime this week, and I'm gonna just make up a route somewhere to just say, let's say Texas, somewhere
Okay.
we got to go kind of far.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna come back with the information I find out. But
Let's
you
do
got to
it.
remind me
I
because you know I'll forget.
Yeah, you will.
So that way you're part of this too.
Okay,
so
I
if
got
I
it.
don't come back with it, you didn't remind me.
Oh, snap. But if I do remind him and he still don't come back with it, they
No,
gonna
no.
be looking at
If
me.
you no, if he remind me, just tell the viewers, our listeners, just say
And
I
viewers.
reminded him, and he still didn't come back with it. But that ain't gonna happen.
Right, I got you. I remind you.
But I'm gonna find that
remind you
out
as soon
about
as we leave.
511. Then we got 611 for telecommunications. That's if you want to call your local cell phone provider for whatever reason. A lot of reasons you would call. One of the reasons you would call your cell phone provider is just saying you're going out the country, and you want to be able to place out of the country calls.
Mm.
Not just because you have a cell phone doesn't mean you can call out of the country. So
that makes sense.
so that's one of the reasons why you have 611.
That makes sense.
Then you also have 711, which is for people who are deaf or hard of hearing. But most of the people that are dealing with that use video conferencing or even texting nowadays. But 711 is still around.
Okay.
Then one of the important ones for us, he knows about this one, 811.
811.
811.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, since we got you here in the middle. Do you know what 811 is?
811.
Yes, 811.
You should know. It's okay.
Hold on.
Okay, let's see.
I think I got it. I think
Okay,
I got it.
okay. Don't sit here.
Suicide prevention.
That was a good guess.
It's a good guess. For suicide prevention, you wouldn't call 811. You would probably call, let me make sure. You would call 211. Mental health resources.
Okay.
211.
I know there's a number. And
Right.
hopefully nobody from DBH hears me.
But you know what? It's
Wait a minute, he ain't put the right number out there.
it's good you noticed and you brought this up because now, because of what you do, you can also tell people if they're going through something right away, call 211. And now you know
Bet.
information.
Okay.
Easy
Yeah.
number to get to.
Yes.
So then what's the 811 for?
I know what it's for.
Yeah, so I'm asking.
Oh,
what's the
okay.
811 for? You're like, I know. Yeah, you're reading it. What's it for?
But no, 811 is calling Dig Alert. And Dig Alert is when you want to do any type of digging at your home or business. If you want to plant a tree, if you want to build a shed, you need to install a water line, you need to install sprinklers.
Yeah.
You actually need to call 811.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
And it's actually the law. A lot of people don't know this because if you hit, let's just say, a Southern California Edison line and you don't have a Dig Alert ticket
Right.
and you hit that line and damage it, guess who's paying for that?
Right.
Guess who's paying?
The person who hit it.
Exactly.
Right.
So that's why you call 811 to get those utilities marked, whether it be Edison, Southern California Edison, whether it be cable TV, AT&T, Frontier Phone, you call 811. But more importantly, if you don't want to call 811, one of our sponsors is Ground Vision.
I could dig it with ground vision.
Exactly.
I could dig it with ground vision.
Exactly. Major sponsor.
Yeah, ground vision.
So what Ground Vision does is if you don't want to call 811, they'll come out and take care of your 811 services. And or if you just say you have stuff in your backyard that's buried underground and you know there's a gas line back there, you can call Ground Vision and they'll come over there and take care of your utility locating needs. Their phone number is 951-399-5425. Again, that's Ground Vision Utility Locating, 951-399-5425.
Yeah.
Ground Vision,
Shout
one of
out
our
to Ground
sponsors.
Vision.
Shout out to those
Yeah.
guys. And then the last but not least, the most important N11 code.
Right.
Ding, 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 ding. 911.
Let's get it.
What's your emergency?
What's your emergency?
There's a fire at my house.
Right.
Can you guys please send someone over here?
Let's have at it.
Yes, sir.
911. Or ding, 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 ding. What's your
911. What's your emergency?
I think somebody's in my backyard and I don't know who it is. It's a stranger and I can see him from my window. Can you send somebody over here?
Right.
So you get it, people? Those are N11 codes. I'm sure you guys get it, but hey, way to have some fun with it. I like that, Jorge. I like that.
Initially, I
You just
didn't.
went on cue. I was like,
going-
woo!
I got
Initially,
a
I didn't
refresher
get it.
course right here.
I'm like, dude, what's that and 11? I'm like, oh, I get it because the code ends in 11. That's right. I got you.
N11 codes.
And 11 code.
So yeah, those are one of the things we actually talk about at the beginning of the show, just to give people information, because a lot of people don't know about N11 codes.
Right.
So we give that information to our listeners.
Shoot, I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know
Right.
what? I'll be honest with you. I learned all this from a company that I used to work for.
Oh, nice.
So hey, when you hear some good information, you share it with people.
Absolutely.
So
get it.
yeah, let's get it. Let's get
do it.
gritty. Oh shoot, yeah, we moving.
Let's have at it.
Hey, let's move on
To the
To-
back seat.
You know what?
Daily habits.
Let's do daily
Ooh,
habits.
Let's do daily
Let's
habits.
do daily habits.
Okay, so this time you got to start it off though, because you always hit me off with what's my daily habit. So now, what's your daily habit? And then we're gonna let it trickle down through Jorge, and then it'll come this way.
All
So
right.
think of a daily habit, something that you do daily, that helps you be the best version of yourself, right? So that's what we are giving our listeners and our viewers, something that they can adopt and adapt as well. Say they don't already.
And then when we talk about our daily habits, we also say why it's important to have a daily habit. So it's not just talking about our daily habits, but
Right.
we try to tell them the importance of it and you know, go from there. So I got to go first, huh?
Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
You know what? I'm going to go something simple
Okay.
first. Something
Okay.
very simple. One of my daily habits is I need to know what the weather is like, and I need to know what traffic is like every day.
That makes sense.
Really?
Every day.
That makes sense for you because you have the chauffeuring business.
And so those are one of the daily habits I have. Knowing what the weather is like and knowing what traffic is like, because I go a lot of places. And so sometimes you have to reroute yourself, or sometimes you want to change the actual time you're going to go. But that is one thing that I can just off the top of my head, that is one of the first things I do every morning is check that.
And that makes sense, though, right? It's a way of looking at it, taking each day as it is, rather than thinking like, oh man, well, you know, today's gonna be like yesterday, or this Monday is gonna be like last Monday, right? Looking at it, okay, well, the weather changes every day, so you have to make sure that your approach to the day also changes to fit that day. So that's what's up.
Yeah.
You know, going back to that topic, I like to do a big shout out right here to Lisa's, because
snap, good looking.
going back to those good habits, discipline is a great
Oh.
habit that starts at the beginning of the day when we wake up. And I'm not trying to jump right from you to me, but, you know, I'm throwing it out there that, you know, starting off your day, say with a meditation,
Right.
a prayer, if you
Right.
if you're religious or not,
Right.
you know, doing some exercise.
Right.
I would go walking like at 5 a.m. when
Let's go.
no one's there and the coyotes are out. I don't advise that.
I
But-
advise that.
You got
But,
to, no,
you
you'd
know,
be okay if you got a
It's not
stick.
fresh air.
You
Yeah,
got to have a stick
Yeah.
or a golf club.
absolutely.
That's what you do.
Yeah, so I live kind of close right there to Sierra Lakes. So we got plenty of coyotes every night howling right there in Fontana. And there'd be packs of coyotes. But yeah, they don't do anything, man. Once they see me, veer
So
off.
that's your daily. So that's your daily habit. That discipline.
Discipline.
That's
getting
one of
that-
them.
of getting that walking going.
Yes. And let me give you number 2.
Okay,
You got to start your day with a good, healthy breakfast.
I could dig it.
Yeah, absolutely. Whether it's a big bowl of oats
Right.
with some berries, some banana,
Right.
couple of eggs.
What about like 4 Pop-Tarts? That's not a good breakfast. Like 4 Pop-Tarts.
No, well, you know, all that processed food, yeah, it tastes good. It's all sugary, but when it goes down to your gut,
Yeah,
oh,
that's right.
man,
It ain't good.
it ain't good.
It
man.
ain't good at
It
all.
ain't good. And you're up to a bad start right there.
I could dig it.
Just like that traffic on the 215 by
Right.
Mount Vernon Avenue.
Right. I could dig it. Okay, I got one. One of my daily habits is doing a good deed, and not necessarily always doing a good deed for someone else or for anyone to even notice, but doing a good deed. So, as Jorge was saying, one of my daily disciplines, one of my daily habits is physical exercise. And when I'm at the gym, every so often, I go to wash my hands, get some paper towels, and I see some paper towels all, scattered around on the floor by the trash can. There's all of these grown-ups walking around. Word. Oh, okay, cool. Let me go ahead and just take this. Let me go ahead and take this moment, right? Pick up these 3 little pieces, put it in the trash can. You know what I'm saying? Stuff
Yeah.
it down. Clean my hands again.
Right.
What have you, and then move on. Right. So one of those daily habits that I like to have is just doing a good deed, whether it be for someone else, whether they can pay it back or not, but definitely for the ones who cannot pay it back, or if it's something like that, bro. Like I see the can that's literally right next to the trash
Right,
can.
right.
Just let me go ahead and grab that.
Very thoughtful.
Yeah, very
Appreciate that.
thoughtful. And you should do that. I mean, you know what?
I should do that. That's what I did.
And I'm not saying you
I
directly.
guess you.
But you know, if I'm going to throw something in the trash, and if it's another piece of paper next to it, I'm not gonna pick. I mean, if it's just one piece of paper, I'll
Right.
pick it up also. Now, of course, sometimes you can't do that in every situation. But,
Absolutely.
But yeah, it was something you said that made me think of another habit I have.
Okay, go.
So I'm gonna go. We'll do another round.
Okay, go. Okay, let's get it. Two
let's
rounds.
do it.
We'll do another round.
All right.
Daily
E,
habits.
you want to get in on the second round or what? Because you had one
Yeah,
last
you
time.
had a
Look,
good one.
Hey,
You had a
hey,
good one last time. On the second round. Okay, we think about
Okay.
it.
The other one, some of you said, one of my habits I noticed, washing my hands.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can sit at home all day and, not do too much of nothing. And I'll still go back to the bathroom every 3 or 4 hours and just to go wash my hands.
Get it going.
And I notice I do that. So that's one of my habits, washing my hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. People like to shake hands, stuff, and I don't mind shaking hands. I think that's the adult thing to do, but everybody don't clean their hands also.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
Oh yeah.
yeah, one of my habits is washing my hands.
I can dig it.
I like
All
that.
right, Jorge, go. You got
All
another
right, let's do
daily
it.
habit.
Okay, so another one that I have is I like to keep the environment that I'm in clean. So
Makes
what I mean
sense.
by that is, like, let's say after I finish cooking the eggs or oats and whatnot, I don't like to leave a mess for the next person or my wife to like have to use, because out of all that, I take in consideration that it's nice to have a clean place to live and to eat as well.
Right.
So I like to keep the place that I'm in, whether it's at home, whether it's at work, is to keep it as clean as possible, because all that also is a lot of, I would say, some energy that holds us back
Right.
when we leave a clutter,
Absolutely.
whether in your car. And I'm guilty of this, mind you that. My car is not clean.
Right.
But when I get to it and I'm in the zone,
Yeah.
It's
you
clean.
best believe
It's
I have to keep it clean,
Have to keep it clean.
because a keep environment is a clean mind as
Okay.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I like to do.
I can dig it.
Shut
okay.
up.
Okay.
All
so
right.
I have one more.
Okay.
Okay. So then my next one is opening doors for others. That's a habit that I
I've noticed that one.
have. Opening doors
Yeah,
for others.
Yeah.
Just genuine, just courteousness. Why not?
Yes.
Doesn't matter. Young, old, male, female.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, like courteousness. Why not? Just genuine. Here you go. After you. You know what I'm saying?
It makes people's days too.
Yes.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. It absolutely does.
Yes,
I had,
sir.
as a matter of fact, I had an older lady say that, and I opened the door. But when I was going out, I actually opened up both the doors at the same time. It was a double door, and I pushed it open. And when I pushed it open, like both of them, the lady was coming in, and I said, "Ooh, look at that, man! You got two doors open for you at the same time." She was like, "Ooh, baby, you made my day." And I was like, "Well, you're welcome." You know what I'm saying? I kept on going, but it was like a perfect moment. Like as soon as they both opened, she had just enough time to walk in. So yeah, bro, you're right.
That's awesome,
Tyrone,
brother.
what we got, yo?
We're gonna go into some music.
Okay.
We're gonna go into some music. You tell me what you and Eric got up for the music.
Okay, so what I want to hit them with, something they haven't heard just yet before the year is over. I want to hit them with
Hey.
one type, yo.
Oh.
I want to hit them with one type. You know what I'm saying? It should be on everything you have. I sent it to you. Okay.
Take your time.
Yeah, take your time. It
Take
should
your
be
time.
Hey, that's a good track right
It's
there.
on the Spotify though. You can run that.
Yeah.
One type. Yeah, you can run that one. So yeah, we'll run with that, and then we'll. I got you, Brady. Go ahead and
Awesome.
find it. So while E is finding that one,
You know what?
what's happening?
Because I want to get into what he does after we hear one type. Let me just get Lux Transportation out the way.
Yeah, get it.
Let me get it out the way, and that way, because that's one of the sponsors, and so let me get that out the way, and so that way after one type, and he gets that, we can move on real quick after one type.
Yeah, let's get it.
So Lux Transportation is a private transportation service that's one of our sponsors, And one of the things that we want you to know about Love Lux is one of the reasons why you should choose private transportation. One of the reasons why you should choose private transportation. One of the things about private transportation is personal touch matters.
Okay. What's the personal touch?
A personal touch can be anywhere from, depending on who's being picked up and what the occasion is, getting into a car and there's a rose right there. That's a personal touch.
I like that.
Yeah. Personal touch can also just be some candy.
Right.
Personal touch is also a bottle of wine.
Right.
If they don't drink, then we go apple cider. So those are things of personal touch that Lux Transportation provides. Another thing is the expression of love.
Okay. What's the expression of love with Love Lux?
The expression of love.
What's the expression of love with Love Lux?
So the expression of love.
With Love Lux.
The expression. I like how you putting that. I'm trying to keep my thoughts right. So the expression of love basically is when you're doing something for someone, and the word express. So you think about the word express. It's to show something, or to make it happen. I'm trying to get the definition right because I can't give you the direct definition. But when you do an expression of love, it's for a purpose. You want to show in a person that they are truly loved. So I'll give you an example. Lux Transportation had a client. This client was going from Newport Beach to Beverly Hills.
Okay.
Husband planned all this. The client was taking 4 friends.
Okay.
Husband paid for the entire trip. But the husband wanted balloons everywhere in the car when the doors open.
Damn, that's fancy.
Yeah, that's real
Touch
fancy.
right there.
Right.
That's marriage material right there.
Nice. And then he had these balloons where when you blew them up, they were the shape of hearts.
Oh, nice.
Expressions of love. So that is like an expression of love when you ask, what is the expression of love for Lux Transportation? But I know we got to get out of that.
We good?
Are we good? You got it?
You gonna run it?
But if you want to contact Lux Transportation, you can reach them at 951-399-5425.
Yeah, Love Lux.
Yeah.
That's 951-399-5425.
Love,
Yeah,
love.
Love Lux.
Now we're going to get into one type. Make it happen, Eric.
Let's get it.
And the sweetest smile, warmer than a campfire. One tight, one done right, she sunlight bright. Never eclipsed, heavenly hips, style tight. I'm hypnotized by golden eyes like sapphire. And the sweetest smile, warmer than a campfire. Of course I'm in the Porsche when switching these lanes. I'm either dipping by myself or I kick it with dames. See, I ain't sticking with dicks cause Richard is lame. Plus I can enter any room with sassy on my arm. Built like a brick house and classy with the charm. And she's never flashy with the thong. She doesn't have social media. Shorty's only social when I'm treating her. Tropical island, black sand beach in her. Romantic getaways and caves, we're meeting up. Anywhere she's with me, she's safe, cause the king's with her. Royal treatment every day, I stay cleaning her. From a little ignorant, grimy goon, I cleaned me up. Shorty cools me down when I'm steaming up. She's hot, body cold, hands and a warm heart. And she knows how to weather when the storm's darker. Tick-tock, she doesn't stop when she goes to start. And her point is on point, sharper than a dart. Intelligence is on her mantle. Lil' shorty, delicate, but killing it like Rambo. My one type, when done right, she's sunlight bright. Never eclipsed, heavenly hips, thighs tight. I'm hypnotized by golden eyes like sapphire. And the sweetest smile, warmer than a campfire. One type, when done right, she's sunlight bright. Never eclipsed, heavenly hips, thighs tight. I'm hypnotized by golden eyes like sapphire. And the sweetest smile, warmer than a campfire. Rainbow goddess, your flame's the hottest. They gon' sing about you forever, ain't no stopping. No resistance, your existence leaving them smitten. The proof behind the truth is that this song was written. Listen, I hope that you get this. Wisdom said it'd be a blessing, calling you missus. To have you by my side and not slide with a mistress. Together, yeah, we vibe, so I ride and I dip with my one type. When done right, she's sunlight bright. Never eclipsed, heavenly hips, thighs tight. I'm hypnotized by golden eyes like sapphire. And the sweetest smile, warmer than a campfire. One type, when done right, she's sunlight bright. Never eclipsed, heavenly hips, thighs tight. I'm hypnotized by golden eyes like sapphire. And the sweetest smile, warmer than a campfire. Now I get it, your shine was missing. Eye contact exquisite, our minds are kissing. The actual attraction is divine to witness. Your honor with honor, as I am my witness. To rest in her arms is where the highest of bliss is. With my one type, one type, one type, one type, one type. My one type, when done right, she sunlight bright. Never eclipsed, heavenly hips, thighs tight. I'm hypnotized by golden eyes like sapphire. And the sweetest smile, warmer than a campfire. One type, when done right, she sunlight bright. Never eclipsed, heavenly hips, thighs tight. I'm hypnotized by golden eyes like sapphire. And the sweetest smile, warmer than a campfire. One type. That's my one type. Yeah, one type, when done right, she sunlight bright. Never eclipsed, heavenly hips, thighs tight. I'm hypnotized by golden eyes like sapphire. And the sweetest smile, warmer than a campfire.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, hey.
Here I go, here I go, here I go, here I go, here I go.
Hey.
Back with Tribe and Grit Radio. Back with I didn't have the mic on for a minute.
Let's get it.
But you know what? That was One Type by my brother right here, Ulysses Valor.
Let's get it.
Before we move on, I want to ask you a quick question.
Yeah.
Where did One Type come from?
Okay, so I have been thinking about the change in hip hop and how storytelling, how songs of like love songs or just songs about attraction, how they've become like distasteful. You feel me? And I was out and about in San Bernardino doing some community service work and went to go get something to eat with one of the gentlemen I was working with. And the young lady that served us was just very kind and pleasant and beautiful. And everyone that she interacted with, she just had that appeal to them. And I'm like, you know what? This would be a great experience to go ahead and captivate and put together a song where the young men can have something that they can listen to, say they find themselves attracted to that positive, beautiful energy, and they would have something that they can listen to and express a different means or a different way of being attracted. And then the young ladies can hear something where someone is attracted to their beauty and their kindness and that positive energy without it being vulgar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that way they can have someone, put together something magical for them where it's like they can feel beautiful about themselves and not be reduced to a piece of meat. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
that's the way that I spun that all around because it was just a beautiful moment. And I said, this would be a great song about attraction. It can't be a love song because I don't know the person, but it could be a song about being attracted to that beautiful energy and then spitting that out there. So that's how that came about.
Okay. One Type.
Let's get it. Let's get
One
it.
You guys, you guys go download that and get that and listen to it. I like One Type.
I could
I
dig
like
it.
that
I
one.
appreciate
Yes.
that. And it was like one of the first ever somewhat party songs because I really don't do parties. Like I'm not a party goer. And I've had a few people like, man, bro, I really like your music. But, it's like heavy. Like, bro, I be thinking, like, bro, it'd be like heavy. So I was like, man, how can I find a way to make something a little bit lighter? But I needed the experience. And anyone who's an artist would know that sometimes you can't really create anything until you have that experience to feed off of. You feel me? So I needed to make something just a little bit lighter.
Okay.
Because the dude was like, bro, I love your music, bro.
We
but it's
can
like
use
heavy.
we need more of that.
I could dig it. I
Absolutely.
We need more of that.
I
Keeping it
appreciate it.
real.
Yes.
I appreciate that. Let's get it.
Moving on. Let's talk to my brother right here, Jorge. Let's talk to him.
Let's get it.
Let's talk to him.
Tell me.
Let's do it this way. What inspired you to want to work with Ulysses?
Oh, snap.
Man, where do we start with this one?
Yeah. Before we start with what you do, because that's the connection.
Yeah.
You have to be you.
Absolutely.
And so I'd like to tell people how I met him, Ulysses. But I want you to not tell us how you met him, but what inspired you to, what did you see? What was like, what? I'm gonna move with this brother.
Absolutely. So going back to, I believe in April or May of this year, we went to, it was like an annual meeting that the Department of Behavioral Health for the for San Bernardino County hosts in, I believe, in the city of Rialto, right? So right there was this big event with folks from TAY, folks from different organizations, from throughout the county, because the county's humongous. You know, we can go from Barstow to Blythe to Needles to Rancho Cucamonga to Chino, you name it. You know, like this county is humongous. And when I approached the place, I didn't know where to sit because it was all packed. You know, it was buzzing with some good energy. And all of a sudden, I met Ulises, and I was like, whoa. First of all, that's my brother's name right there.
Right.
My little bro right there. But Ulises, man, the energy just right from the start, you know, just the way he approaches people, it makes you feel not just comfortable, but also like held in regard, you know. And
I appreciate
think
you,
for
bro.
thank you, brother. And I think for me it was that contagious energy that was like, okay, I want to sit with this guy and I want to chat with him, you know, and you know, because like instantly I felt like a friend was right there, and that's how comfortable Ulises makes you feel as
I
a person,
appreciate that.
That's
you know.
awesome.
I appreciate
Yeah.
That is
that,
awesome.
Brody.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Thank you, brother.
Now, tell our listeners the name of your organization.
Yeah, so I work for Riverside San Bernardino County Indian Health Inc.,
Okay.
or as we like to call it, Rishibishi. And-
Rishibishi.
Rishibishi.
Why
yes.
Rishi Bishi?
Ah,
I was saying
well-
it at the talking circle. Yo, why Rishi Bishi? Oh, yeah, we do talking circles too, yo.
Yeah.
Get at us. Yo,
Well,
what's
okay,
a Rishi Bishi?
so let me drop this. So the reason why we say it like that is it's just Riverside San Bernardino County Indian Health Inc. is such a mouthful.
Right.
So Rishibishi is just like, boom,
Just a
okay,
mouthful. Got
straight
it.
there, straight to the point, you know?
Rishi Bishi.
Yes. And we have about 10 clinics throughout the counties of Riverside and San Bernardino.
Nice.
We have one for multiple tribes that we have throughout the counties,
Okay, so
including
we-
the Seminole tribe,
Okay.
which is what the clinic that I work for in the city of Grand Terrace.
Okay.
And we also have one in Barstow. We have one for folks from the Cahuilla Band of Indians, and also Torres Martinez, Saboba, Morongo. Shout out to all the tribes out
yeah,
there.
Shout out to all the tribes.
Every
shout out to
single
Lester.
tribe.
Tribe.
Shout out to the
Shout out to
tribe.
Lester right
Shout
there.
out to Lester right now. Sending much love
Yes.
to Lester and his moms. You
Shout
know
out
what I'm saying?
shout out to the folks over there. In
Yo, shout out to Ernie and all of that.
Yeah.
So break the people down when you were letting us know
Absolutely.
in the parking lot. You and Ernie, what y'all got going on. with the
Absolutely.
tenants.
So before I jump onto that, I just wanted to let y'all know, you know, when we talk about folks from the Native American community, for our organization, yes, we're talking about like the folks from within Southern California and the California Native Americans, but also the reach of folks from our peoples, from Alaska all the way down to Tierra Fuego in Argentina.
Oh, nice. Let's go.
Okay.
I think a lot of people forget that Native Americans doesn't just pertain to the U.S.
Let's go.
per se.
Let's go.
You know, so I'm just dropping some facts right
Yeah,
there.
let's go.
Dropping
Drop
a little-
knowledge,
dropping
baby.
a little bit of
Drop
history right there.
knowledge.
My-
Educate people.
Yeah,
Absolutely. You
you
broke
know,
me off.
So my family is actually from Central Mexico. So my descendancy is Mexica, Otomi, Chichimeca,
Let's get it.
folks in Central Mexico.
Okay.
And Mexica are what folks most widely know as Aztec.
Okay.
But there are hundreds of tribes, if
Let's
not
get it.
thousands of tribes out there, you know. But because of the history that we were taught in high school,
Yeah.
we didn't know better. We were taught that, you know, the Pilgrims came in the Mayflower
Right.
and they discovered America,
Right.
and you know, it was all kumbaya for Thanksgiving, and that's
Right.
how the holiday came to be. And then you had Columbus Day
Right.
at that. So for the longest time, there was very much a lack of recognition
Right.
of all the indigenous peoples in both continents,
And that's
of
why we-
North and
and-
South America.
And that's why we're here saluting them now.
Yes, absolutely.
it.
So
So break
shout
us off
outs
with,
to all the folks right
yeah,
there.
so break us off with that info that you was hitting
Yeah.
us off with.
So going back to what you were saying.
Yeah, you, Ernie, and the TANFs. Tell us,
Well, my-
tell us what the TANF is.
Okay, so TANFs are, it stands for Temporary Assistance for Needy Families.
Okay.
And there are multiple TANFs throughout Southern California. And what my good colleague Ernie Chambers and I are working on is trying to implement some workshops based on mental health and wellness. And what we're trying to do here is to promote a positive, say, perspective on
Okay.
mental health, and also adding a cultural perspective on that as
With
well.
inside of the
Okay.
Native
Yes,
community.
yes. For
Absolutely.
example, like the talking circles,
Yeah.
which you have been.
Yeah, I've attended.
Yeah, you've attended, and
Yeah, I love the talking circles. Yeah, let's
we,
get it.
we promote a very open and welcoming environment for all,
Absolutely.
no matter where you come from, no matter if you're native or not.
Right.
And we're here to promote a safe space for all to have a catharsis and be able to speak their minds. A catharsis mean where you can speak your mind and tell it as it is, with all the emotions that you're feeling inside. So that's what we try to promote to folks.
Now, with the TANFs, are they with inside of the Native American community only, or is it for all communities, like you were saying with the talking circle?
Yes, so there are outside TANFs,
Okay.
and then we also have TANFs geared at the Native American community and
Nice.
also on the reservations. For example, Morongo TANF has TANF in the city of San Bernardino
Okay.
and also in the Morongo Reservation, as well as Soboba TANF.
Yo,
too.
salute to Morongo.
And Soboba has one in Riverside and in their reservation as well.
Let's get it, yo.
Yes.
Okay.
Salute to the tribes, yo. Salute to all the tribes, man.
Shout
Happy
outs to my
Monday.
brothers over there.
Let's get it.
And I honestly couldn't have done this job or having been able to even get my foot in the door professionally if it wasn't for my good friend Ernie, and for him to keep pushing me to
Shout
not
out.
give up.
So we talking
to
about
not give
Ernie.
up.
So we talking about Ernie
'Cause
Chambers.
you know how it is. I grew up in an environment where college wasn't really a thing.
Right.
And when I clicked with Ernie back at UC Riverside,
Yeah.
we just hit it off, and we just had like amazing conversations that
Yeah.
would go like hours long, whether it was talking about politics or history or
Right.
sports. He was like,
A
Like
good
yourself,
driving, like a good driving force.
yes,
Good motivator.
absolutely,
Man,
A
salute
good
to
motivator.
Ernie, yo.
Yeah, shout out
So
to
we
Ernie.
got to have Ernie on the show. Yeah.
Absolutely.
We did
I hope to
invite
have
Ernie
him here.
down. You know what I'm saying? We did invite
Yeah.
Ernie down, but
Yeah.
life kicked in. So salute to Ernie. We working on
Absolutely.
having
Shout
him
out to
down.
Ernie.
So
And I
we'll get
want-
him down on the next one.
And I want to do a quick one also for my brother Lester. Many shout outs to him.
Absolutely. Lester's good Pete. We're gonna have him down, too.
I know if he's had quite the year, to be honest, and I can only applaud him and how strong he's been and how supportive he has been for me in terms of doing these talking circles. So many shout outs to him, and I hope to have him on this show
Nice. Let's get it.
sometime soon, if y'all permit. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Oh, not a
Absolutely.
problem, man.
Absolutely.
Thank you, brother.
We're about adding value to people.
You already know it.
So, yeah, of course, having him on the show about planting seeds and all that.
Absolutely.
So, yes,
Thank
he's
you.
more than welcome to be on the show. You come back with him.
Man, absolutely. Let's get it.
Well,
Yep.
we got
Hell
you
yeah.
and Ernie
You
here.
Lesser and Ernie.
Yeah.
And we can do all this again.
All right.
We can do all this again.
I like that.
But we're going to keep moving, talking to you.
Okay.
And
Let's do it.
let you sharing some more about, some of the services and just whatever it is that you offer people,
Of course.
So share something else with us.
Okay.
You know what? We can.
You, huh?
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, you go.
Go.
Oh, y'all got something?
Whoever.
I was gonna say how we were talking about putting together the M4 workshops with what he and Ernie have going on with the TANFs. That was something else that we were discussing in the parking lot, and allowing this concept of the mindful masculinity to branch out as far as we possibly could.
Speaking of M4 workshops, got not to change subjects, but we got to start announcing this.
As a matter
When
of
is
fact,
when is the first workshop?
As a
Let
matter
the
of
people
fact,
know.
So 2025 coming January 13th at Rolling Start. The address is 1955 Hunts Lane, Suite 101, San Bernardino, California. It's going to be January 13th from 2 to 4. For the men, it is the M4 workshop. It is Mindful Masculinity Men's Meeting. So that's going to be the one that's taking place in San Bernardino. Then we also have another one coming up January 27th, 2025, Rolling Start, but this one's in Victorville. The address is 16519.
Hot Desert.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's do it, baby.
Victor Street, Victorville, California.
Shout
We'll
out
be
to
all the way up
Barstow.
there. Yep, and we're going to do that from 2 to 4 as well. So it's the Mindful Masculinity Men's Meeting, the M4, that is sponsored by Rolling Start Inc. and Tribe and Grit. So go ahead and be on the lookout for more information concerning that. Bring your young men,
Yes,
bring your
please.
fellas.
Hey,
Fellas, bring yourselves.
Yeah.
And let's get on these topics and let's touch on what it looks like
Yes.
to be a builder, because
Right.
the world always remembers its builders more than it does its destroyers.
Young man,
Absolutely.
show up. And ladies also, if you got a son, a nephew, somebody that needs to be there,
Drop them off.
get him there. Get him there.
Drop them off.
Yes, please. Get our young man out there.
Good
let's
music,
show
good
up.
content, you know what I mean? Good conversation, good everything.
And then so back to Jorge. Before,
sir.
because I don't know how much time we got.
We
You
got
got
like
you got
five.
you got to talk. You got a talking circle
Cool.
coming up and a potluck. I
Absolutely.
want you to share that with the listeners also.
Yeah, where that flyer?
Yes,
at?
sir.
Yeah.
So
think
I don't
they
know
can see
anybody can see
it.
that.
I don't think they can see that, bro, but go ahead and read it
I don't
out.
think they can
to
see
them. I don't
that.
think they can
But
see
let me say what. Let me do a little quick rundown of what we're gonna have in the next coming weeks. So
Yo, Tyrone, you got to come to the talking circle.
you know,
Oh,
next
man,
talking
we already
circle.
talked about
Oh,
it.
yeah.
you got to come to the
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
circle. Yo, I love them.
Absolutely. So Rishibishi, Celebrating Families, Family Resource Center, and Community Health Workers kindly invite every single one of y'all
Yep.
to our upcoming talking circle in
Okay.
the first one of 2025. And what we try to promote in these talking circles is a respectful, not judgmental space where everybody can feel at ease,
Absolutely.
feel comfortable, and folks can share their ideas and feelings of whatever topic that the facilitator of the talking circle would talk about.
Right.
For example, in this case, in our talking circle, is facilitated by my good friend Lester Nelson.
Shout out to
And
Lester.
Shout out.
Big bro.
Many strengths to you, my friend. And what we like to start out is with an offering of medicine, burning of sage. It all varies from place to place. And what that is for is some good
Energy.
energy in that room.
Absolutely.
You know,
Burn the
especially if we're going through some very difficult times, whether it's a loss in the family, whether it's could be depression in somebody, could
Emotional
be
stress.
emotional stress, life struggles,
Right.
addictions, and whatnot, or maybe that person doesn't even have any of those faculties or any of those things. But what we try to promote is, you know, a positive environment,
Absolutely.
a safe space for
Right.
everyone.
Every time.
And of course, we're gonna have a potluck afterwards.
And
so
the food is bomb.
Oh,
yo.
yeah.
The food is always bomb.
whether we're
Okay.
gonna have tamales, whether we're gonna have ceviche or whatever
Right.
it is,
Yeah,
you
the
know,
food is always bomb.
and you know, the more the merrier. You know, so please
Give them
join
the
us.
dates. Give them the
This
dates.
is gonna be for 2025. We're gonna start out with January 23rd
Okay.
on a Thursday. Each one of these is gonna be on a Thursday.
Okay.
We might have to change the first one because there's a event that kind of switched up right there. But right now we're keeping January 23rd,
Okay.
February 27th,
Okay.
March 27th,
Yep.
April 24th,
Yep.
May 22nd,
Let's get it.
and June 26th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at our San Manuel Clinic.
Give them the address. Address.
Yes, sir. It's going to be 11980
Hey.
Mount Vernon Avenue in the city of Grand Terrace, California, 92313. And please, the more the merrier.
Yeah.
I got
Please.
one quick question.
Yes, sir.
I know you say anybody can show up.
Yes.
Is it adults only, just so people know?
No. You could bring your child.
But I mean, between 10 and 12, somebody might be at school anyway. Though. I mean,
Most of the
You
time.
never know, though, yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, a lot of times when I go to the talking circles, people bring their child, their grandkids, and, you know, it's just a safe space for everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, you guys show up. Talking circle and the potluck.
Yes.
You can't beat that. You get to.
and the pop be lucky.
Yeah.
Because the food be good.
It would be good. Oh, yeah.
You know what? You know what? I want to thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Really appreciate
Salute.
it. You showed up. You showed out.
Let's get
Thank
it.
you.
Gave some great info. Just want to say thank you, and you're always welcome. I mean
I
Absolutely.
appreciate y'all very much.
Absolutely.
Thank
that.
you.
We got to talk about this.
Yes.
Yeah.
First, let me say this. This is our last show
For the year, huh?
of the year, baby.
Man, let's go. Let's go.
We had our first year.
Yeah,
Dang.
we did.
First year on the show. We going
Amazing.
to a
Let's get it.
second year,
Let's get it.
even though it's only been
4 shows. It's only been 4 shows, but you can't tell me nothing, bro. I had my show for the year
Hey, man,
already.
I don't know what he's
Hey,
talking
good
about.
way to kickstart 2025, baby.
Man, the best way to start it.
Hey, want to say this, and I know we all got something to say, so I'm put us all on the spot. We got 3 minutes.
Man.
Let's
We
do
got
it.
3 minutes. Ulysses,
Yeah.
you first. Something positive you want to say to the listeners going into next year or ending this year. You got 45 seconds.
Yo, you can do it if you believe you can. Go.
I have a lot of words to say, but
Nope.
whew,
Go.
may everybody be blessed with a big, huge, healthy 2025, and may all your dreams come true
Yep,
this
go.
coming year.
I want to say this, and I'm
12
serious
seconds.
about. I want to dang. But I want to say this. Always know this: relationships are like seasons. They can come to an end, and it's okay. All relationships are not meant to last forever, and sometimes it's okay to move on. That's all I want to say.
Thanks.
That's
So
all I
with
want to
that-
say.
Great.
So with that, we could take them home with some of that full range. And then what
Hey,
you got for 'em?
I guess I'll see y'all
Let me-
next year.
guess I'll
Get
see
my
y'all next
seatbelt
year.
on because
I'll
we
see y'all
going
next year.
full range.
Yeah, we take them home with that full range.
Full range, baby.
Appreciate
right.
y'all, man. Happy New Year.
Let's
Happy
get
New Year,
gritty.
Let's
y'all.
get a year.
I put 80 in the tank, doing 70 on the 60. 50 miles to get there, in 40 minutes I'm zippy. 30 cars deep, only 20 moving with me. 10 already made it. Apologies for my lateness, I was following my greatness. You can find me on the block, uplifting the nation. I rock with the faithless and the helpless. Putting a roof over those that are shelterless. Raised by a gypsy and hood thief and heathens. Fallen angels everywhere, little scheming demons. Right up in the middle of them, UV is beaming. Ulysses. Purpose found, focus driven, I know the vision. To work around the divisions that keep us in prison. Provide provisions for the people for thriving and living. Supply, don't hide, keep rising from giving. Kindred of man, extending the hand. I give you more than just prayer, fam. Here is a grand, plus a job, so you don't have to rob. Stick with this plan. I put you on until I'm gone, so I'ma do what I can. I wanted to show my full range. 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 Big bro, he in these streets, dude, cool as a fan. The mice crawl on him at night, cause he snooze on the land. Different religious views will move through in the van. Only viewing for converts and not viewing the man. Some souls are they feet to be blacker than tall. Or they sleeping far deep in the back of the car. The only light that shine bright is what's trapped in the stars. With no heat, they keep their head wounds wrapped in the scarf. Mind traumatized from the scratch and the scar. Living low with the
NBC News on KCAA Loma Linda